everyone. Let me ask you a question to begin today's production with. What do cancer treatment, engineering, and livestock have in common? I don't know if you can answer this for me right now in the comment section, but even me, I don't know the answer today. But I have the gentleman who has that answer to this question for us right here in the studios of Farming in Africa here at Achimota in Accra. And I can't wait to get his story out to you because, see, this is not just a career switch. In fact, I won't even call it a career switch. This isn't a career fusion. It is a mission this gentleman is on to feed Africa one animal at a time, to cure cancer, and to do what all of the other great things he's doing in the world of the engineering. Today, I'm going to just zip it and allow Mr. Nazir to tell us what he does, who he is, and what brings him to the studios of Farming in Africa. Hello, sir.
Hello.
It's an honor to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Woo! I still I don't know what to say because this background is amazing.
Well,
so please take us away. I've never met somebody with this kind of background before. Who are you?
Well, my name is Nazir Ali. People call me Naz. Well, I was born and bred in Ghana, lived over a decade in Germany, moved to the UK, studied again, and practiced radiotherapy and oncology. And so with the NHS, actually. In Germany, I did electrical engineering and specializing in renewable energies, solar and all that.
Hey!
And then growing up, my father had been passionate about farming sheep, to be precise. We grew up, fetching cassava peels and all that for the animals.
Yes.
Though we thought it was a punishment.
Interesting, yeah.
Now all my research and came down to getting back to farming, livestock to be precise.
Yeah.
I was considering cattle when Fred changed the whole narrative. Bless him. And now a new farmer.
Yeah.
In goats as well as cattle. But
I am still hung up a bit on your background because you just really glossed over it so modestly. Born and bred in Ghana, went to this and went to that. No, this is a very book smart human being sitting right by me. Growing up, I'm sure you had comments such as, you're a very intelligent person.
I wouldn't say
Don't
that.
be modest here.
Well, I did like something to do with dispensing technology in Polytechnic.
Which Polytechnic?
Kumasi Polytechnic.
Oh, I've met my fellow man today from Kumasi. Okay.
Yeah, so I went to Navrongo Secondary School too, so I'm Nabia.
Okay.
As an ex-student there.
Yes.
Like I said, then living in Germany, so obviously you have to speak the language, schooling there and everything.
Wow.
And then moving to the UK because I thought electrical engineering wasn't anything for me.
Wow.
I thought that
was such a switch from the medical field to the engineering field.
Yeah.
And in your introduction, you mentioned something very interesting to me. Maybe you didn't catch it, but you said when your father would ask you to go fetch cassava peels and all that, you saw farming as a punishment.
Yeah.
And that's why I also asked obviously you were a bright student. And as part of our advocacy efforts for the livestock industry, we are trying our best to change the narrative out there.
Sure.
And so to see a radiotherapist, for those of you who don't know the name for the people into cancer treatment, to see a radiotherapist, an electrical engineer, now branch back to farming.
Back to the roots.
Back to the roots.
Yeah.
Why don't you see it as a punishment any longer?
Well, it is not, because it's no-brainer, really. Don't we eat? We do, and we nourish ourselves meat and all the vegetables.
Yes.
Where do they come from?
Where do they come from?
So this is no brainer.
I see.
And to toil, to struggle in order to feed people, to feed yourself, I don't consider this a punishment.
You see, this is very close to my heart, very dear to my heart, because you have grown to get this realization. But in a typical African setting, and I'm told even in some Asian settings, I stand to be corrected, no African parents in a very typical African home with such a bright kid like you would dream of their child growing up to be a farmer. Yeah,
that's true. But there's, I think, I don't know, because maybe our setups, people have been treated like we see farmers as poor. When you see a farmer, you only see like torn dresses, like wretched appearances, and all that. So this actually put people away.
Yes.
You don't see any like passion. You only see suffering. And
you are really speaking the truth for me today.
And people see you as peasant, farmer, like you see like hunger and stuff like that. Children from farmers struggle wherever they go. So kids from farmers are even feeling shy to name, like to mention their parents as being farmers. So because of all these things, the stigma, people, all of us run from them. Until you do your independent research and realize that, oh, actually what I was running away from is actually the real deal. So I have to
You've
come back.
hit the nail right on the head. And even though it sounds like you've given me an answer, I'm still going to ask you, how do we clear all of that description you just gave? Because it is so true. First of all, talking about don't we all eat, there is this story my boss Fred tells often when we go out to do presentations that they once asked a child, where do we get eggs from? And the child just said, oh, we get eggs from the fridge. That is one perception that now this generation probably doesn't even have a real idea of where we get our food from. That's number one. And number two, the description you just painted of who a farmer is and even the family and the children of a farmer's household. How do we change that narrative?
I think now knowledge first, exposure, and all that. And now because of what you guys, I think me sitting here has almost everything to do with you guys. Because,
how?
Because my research led to you guys and the inception. I didn't want to do goat at all. It wasn't part of my agenda. Now it's the main agenda. Bless you guys.
It's the main agenda.
Yes, it is. It is what I want to do. And as I tried to say before, friends that talk to me, they know my passion now. And a lot of them are even switching from poultry to goats, because when we started doing the numbers, they said, wow, what I say, if you are talking about commercialization, this is what you have to consider.
Yes.
Recently, I visited one farmer. I realized that he had an F1, a crossbreed between a Boer goat and a Sahelian. And that animal looked bigger than the father. Even the Boer, the original Boer. Huge. And I said, well, if I had about 30 of these and just one Boer goat could cross this, and I could get up to 60 or more offsprings. And within 6 months, selling these things, I could be rich, actually, all things being equal. Yes. Because I said, well, the farmer was saying that a Nubian goat he had with our local breed, he was selling 2,000 an animal. 2,000 Ghana cedis. And recently, he sold 45 of them.
should I whip up my calculator or you're an engineer? What's the number?
90,000. 90,000 Ghana cedis.
That's a lot of money.
And old currency, that's about 900 million.
I tell you.
Go and find Farming in Africa on Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Instagram. YouTube. You are going to gain a lot more and more from it. And you are going to give it thanks after it, like me.
He said he felt very bad initially because he lost them, because he had that rapport with those animals when they went away.
Yeah.
But when he sat back, said, I've got now the money in my pocket, and in 6 months I can recover.
Yes, he can recover.
So this is no-brainer. And now a lot of people, a lot of my friends are switching back to goat. And thanks to you guys. So coming back to your question, the way we portray ourselves, you can see me on the farm doing everything, but I don't look wretched like everyone else. I've seen a lot of people doing like greenhouse farming, net house farming, even those goats farming and livestock, still looking neat and doing everything by the book, record keeping and stuff like that. So when you look a graduate, a gentleman, dressed nicely and still doing what you would think. So this is how we can change the narrative.
Listen, guys, there goes your answer. This is how we can change the narrative. And allow me to say it's so stimulating to meet a very knowledgeable person. I mean, just listen to him. But I love the fact that you did your research, first of all, and it led you to us, thankfully. Thanks for being a follower.
You're welcome.
And I love the first 2 points you mentioned, knowledge and exposure. The knowledge, through research, you get it. The resources are available.
Sure.
Talk to me a bit more about the exposure.
This exposure I was talking about is that upon all the knowledge, if you don't get your hands on that thing, you won't learn. And not starting to, you won't learn. Because when you start, a lot of things that you read in books or online, you develop your own experience in your own farm.
Yes.
And this is how you expose yourself to some of these things. So I've always planned to visit Semenshire Farms, Learning and Development Center.
We are waiting for you.
So to get my hands on stuff. You know, from feeding and how to even like the bookkeeping, the deworming, even injection and all that. Because
I think today you've just done the job for me. First of all, you've made my audience aware that people can actually come to the Semenshire Learning and Development Farm in Sahom in the eastern region of Ghana to get hands-on practical training. We have had people from Liberia pass through, from Togo, from Sierra Leone. Different durations. So when you mentioned your duration, I was like, sure, it's possible. And number two, that those of you who can't come stay for quite a number of days, but you can still come there, attend our boot camps. We've been organizing the farm management boot camps where people come to the farm. It's just a one-day event for both the theoretical aspect and the practical knowledge, because hey, after the theory, you go straight to the pens where the goats are to do your thing with Fred and the amazing team members right there at the farm. Back to Mr. Nazir and his amazing story to us today. Tell me about your farm, because even though you so humbly tell me how you're a new farmer, I know that you have quite a sizable farm at where? In the Ashanti region, with how many cattle?
Well, we've got at the moment 12 cattle.
And how many goats?
Goats over 20.
Tell me about your farm.
So it's not that big.
I see. Please continue.
We're managing with 4.2 acres.
Wow.
So I designed an iron house or metal, galvanized.
Okay.
So 2 rooms to begin with.
Okay.
3 kilowatts solar energized. and another 3 kilowatts solar powering the borehole.
Wow.
So the initial intention was when you get water and electricity, even in the middle of nowhere, anybody could live.
Yes.
Because I wanted to be part of this project.
Okay.
Whenever I take my stuff and move into there, I could stay forever.
Yes.
So then we've got the pen, a temporary one that's housing for them, like housing them for now.
Yeah.
But we're now building 300 square meters. That's 30 meters by 10 meters. So 300 square meter a raised pen.
That's an engineer speaking.
So
amazing.
It's in the pipeline at the moment.
Okay.
We've already built all the posts and everything. We're now doing the flooring.
For all of the things you mentioned you have built on the ground, I honestly can't wait to visit your farm. What do you think?
Oh, you're always welcome, and I'd rather encourage you to do that.
My audience is giving us a promise. Is that a promise?
I think so.
So they should look forward to seeing your farm.
Sure.
So now, with all of the languages you speak, I would love for you to look into my camera and say something in German to our colleagues who live in the diaspora, of course, in this case, in Germany. And then you switch back to what? Which other language can you speak?
Hausa,
Nice. You speak all of them. Our audiences are very varied. So let's start with German. Say something to them if somebody still doubts if this venture is feasible and they can actually come home and start something, please.
Hello, here is Nazir aus Accra in Achimota hier. Ich habe in Deutschland gelebt, auch in Großbritannien. Jetzt bin ich in Ghana, wollte ich einen Bauernhof mit Ziege und Kuh erziehen auf wissenschaftliche Weise. Jetzt bin ich hier und ich möchte euch Hallo sagen und dass ihr muss Farming in Afrika, Semenshare Farm weiter sehen und wir sehen uns nochmal. Ciao.
See, the chow, I understand. Whatever it is he said, I agree with him. Now let's switch to Hausa and say something to my Hausa audience for me.
Okay, ina gaida ku ne da wanku na Nazir. Ina nan daga ofisin Semenshare Farms, Farming in Africa. Muna yin wanga interview. Shine batun gona na watan su goats da sauransu su cattle. To muna son da ku sani kaman Semenshare Farm kan YouTube su da komai za ku bi su ilimin da kuke nema za ku samu.
Hey, okay, this one I didn't catch the end, but yes to everything. Now, the last words I would want you to say to my audience should be directed to those who have not yet subscribed to Farming in Africa, following us across the other social media platforms.
The little thing I want to say is just straightforward, is that following Farming Africa is like attending a university.
Okay.
In terms of livestock, especially goat farming. When I say university, it's like reaching the end of your learning journey. You learn everything because they've lived it, they've done it all, and they've experienced it all. So following them can only get you to where you want to be. So I will advocate for that. I will encourage everyone to follow them on all their social platforms. So that's all I want to say.
See, I have no words. You people just know that we love you and thank you so much for doing this journey with us. Bye-bye. See you in another video.
Bye-bye.